Hola, hi there. It's Danai again. It's day 5 of my 90-day video challenge. So that's awesome. I only have 85 more to go. Um, that's a daunting number, but I don't care. I'll get through it. Anyway, in an effort to tell you a little bit more about myself, I know yesterday I talked about being an immigrant and what that means to me and a little bit about my journey. Today I wanted to talk to you about homeschooling. I homeschool my 15-year-old son. He's our youngest. Our oldest is 27. He's out of the house. He's actually graduating with his bachelor's in business next year. And before that, he served in the Navy. He was a corpsman. And so he did get deployed to Afghanistan. It was the scariest time of our lives, but thank God everything worked out and he got back home safely. So he's well on his way with his life. And so we have the teeny bopper left at home. And the reason we homeschool him, actually, we started homeschooling him at the beginning of 5th grade, was for no other reason than that 4 years ago we decided to go RVing cross country. So we bought an RV and we traveled the country. We went to the most amazing places. We've been to countless state capitals and parks and monuments. He has like a ton of junior ranger badges, and it's been an amazing journey. We set out to do it for 1 year, but it turned into 4 years. So really, I was only planning on homeschooling him for 1 year. But then what happened was we decided to keep going. I mean, it was such an amazing journey. And so I had to get him homeschooled for 4 years. Now, during the first 2 years, it was really easy. I mean, he was doing, he was doing 5th grade and 6th grade work. So totally easy. And as he got into 7th grade and 8th grade, it was still pretty simple. But once he started high school, we decided to stop, and because we wanted him to, be somewhere where he could go to school. And so what I found was homeschool co-ops. Homeschool co-ops are, it's somewhere in between a private school and homeschooling. And basically he goes to school 2 days a week. They use the university method. So he goes to school 2 days a week. He takes all of his classes. He goes to all of his lectures. And then he has his work that he has to complete the rest of the week. And then he has to go back. He has to prepare for his tests. He has to do everything all by himself. And he does great. I mean, he thrives. All of the kids really thrive in that environment. You're in, all of the teachers are extremely qualified. Everybody has, a bachelor's degree. Actually, 80% of them have more than a bachelor's degree. In the field that they teach. So, he takes honors. Well, last year he took honors physical science. This year he's doing biology, math, all the way from pre-algebra to calculus they teach, history, government, and everything that you find in a regular school you'll find in the co-op. For example, they have student government, they have prom, which I'm in charge of the sponsorships for, of course. They have, Spirit Week is actually going on right now. So they don't miss out on the high school experience, which is important. But what they do miss out on is all of the cliquey, bullying garbage that happens with the high school experience, because there's just such a sheer number of kids in the public school system that, it's hard. It's hard to not get lost in that shuffle when you're a kid growing up. And, the sense of community isn't the same as when you have a group of just 200 kids, which is, we have a little bit under 200 kids. The parents are always there, so there's a lot of volunteer activity going on. And it's just not the same environment as public school. It's so much more of an opportunity for them to be themselves and for them to grow up and focus on their studies and, you know, build friendships without all of the pressure of the bullying and the cliques and all of that stuff that happens in public schools. So that's a huge plus. And these are things that, you know, we didn't homeschool him for to begin with, but once once we homeschooled him and we saw the difference in, you know, the kids he hangs out with and, you know, just the community, it really is evident that homeschooled kids just don't have to deal with that element of growing up. And that doesn't mean that they don't encounter it in real life. You still encounter it. I mean, he plays baseball, so he has to deal with other kids, goes to youth group, so he has to deal with other kids, and is involved in a lot of different activities. But it's just on a very different level. The pressure for, you know, that pressure that comes with being in the public school system kind of gets pulled away. And he's being prepared for college, really, because he works on his own. He goes into classes 2 days a week. He has to wake up early to do his assignments and get everything done, just like if he was going to school. But again, just very, very laid back, you know, easy way of doing the things that you have to do as a kid. So if you have any questions about homeschooling, and specifically with a co-op model, I, you know, urge you to reach out and hit me up with questions, because I'm full of information. I researched the crud out of homeschooling before we started. And, you know, I have so much information to share. But yeah, that's my story. I homeschool my youngest son. All right, until tomorrow, have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Bye.